welcome back. And for those of you who are new here, my name is Tashi. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And don't forget, if you end up liking this content, hit that subscribe button, guys, because it truly helps me out. I can't stress that enough. So as you can all tell by the title, it is a story time today, and those are my favorite videos to watch on YouTube. No matter what the story time is, where it's taking place, how old this story time is, I love listening to story time because they are so interesting. You just want to know what happens next. So that's the video for today. And before I dive on in, I just want to introduce some exciting news on my channel. I'm gonna be doing a Sassy Saturday series. What is a Sassy Saturday? Why am I gonna watch, you ask? I am gonna upload a juicy story time, or I'm gonna upload a rant video, a funny comedy video, making fun of things video, any type of video that's gonna give you guys some laughter, entertainment, and things you can relate to that brings out my sass. I am so excited for this series, guys. I live to just do these type of videos, so I'm very excited. I hope you guys enjoy. I put a lot of work into these, and if you guys have any requests, by all means DM me on Instagram, which will be linked down below. Comment on this video and just let me know what you guys would like to see. I'm open to all ideas. This video will be the first of many to come of the Sassy Saturdays series, guys. Let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoy. As you all can tell by the title, this story time is about a car setting on fire. Yeah, you heard that right. A car setting on fire right in front of my house. And as always, I'm always the only paranoid parrot up in my house, the only paranoid person in my neighborhood probably hearing everything that's going on, and the only paranoid person that actually cares to pay attention to what's going on. So yeah, it's always my problem, always. This happened about 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Already struggling, that's lovely. This happened about 3 years ago when I lived at my old house. And it was in the middle of the summer, around 2 a.m. Of course, everyone in my family is sleeping. They sleep very early, and I'm always staying up, watching movies, doing whatever. So my window was open because it was super hot, and my room is the closest to the front of the house. I lived right in front of a park. So all the time in the middle of the night, I'd see cars like driving by, parking at the park, chilling there, doing whatever the hell they're doing in their cars, and that was not my business. They can do them, they're in a public park, whatever. But when I heard like just people talking or just heard noises, I of course would look because I'm just curious and I want to know what's going on. So this particular day, I was the only one up, as I mentioned before, and it was around 2 a.m. I'm watching a movie, I'm living my best life, so cozy in my bed, and I hear like yelling, swearing, screaming, and I honestly like paused because I had a mini heart attack. I'm like, what the hell was that? Of course, I'm the only one who hears that. And I'm just being paranoid. I'm not getting up. Who cares? Like, it's just me overthinking, whatever. Not my problem. Time goes by again, and I hear more swearing, yelling, and screaming. And I'm like, you know what? Like, this is actually so creepy. Like, it sounds like a movie. Like, it fully sounds like I'm in a movie. I think it was like 2 people yelling and like cussing at each other. I'm like, this is just lovely. Like, I really am paranoid and scared to go to the front of my house and look out the window. But this has been going on for like 20 minutes now. I'm like, oh God, help me. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna get out of bed because I'm curious as to what the hell is going on. So I go to the front of my house, scared as hell. Everyone's still sleeping. No one even flinched when hearing people scream and swear and all that juicy stuff. I, of course, run to the front of the house. I look through the window, and I just see a black car across the street and another car across the street, and they're both outside of their cars yelling and swearing and bickering at each other. I'm like, okay, you guys just wasted my time. I got out of bed for nothing. Screw both of you. I go back to my room, try to mind my own business. I was scared of what the hell they were doing, 2 a.m., having whatever bickering they were having in the middle of a field or whatever. But I tried to ignore it. I tried to go back to sleep. Finally, when I kind of shut my eyes, guys, I hear louder screaming and yelling, and I swear, it sounded like a gunshot. I swear to you, it sounded like a gunshot. And I'm telling you guys, I lived in a safe area. It's super quiet. It's always super chill. Like, I had a lot of neighbors that were like very sweet, quiet, calm, elderly. Things like this never happened. So right when I heard so-called gunshot or whatever the hell, I got super scared. Maybe it was a BB gun. I don't know. But it sounded like a gunshot. At this point, it was like 3 a.m. I'm like, ugh. I was so close to going back to sleep. What the hell is going on? At this point, I'm actually scared. I'm like, okay, like, I don't know. Do I like stick around, watch the show? Should I grab some popcorn? Should I like wake up my whole fam? Because this is something juicy that we don't want to miss out. Like, maybe this is worth me losing sleep over. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're going to go fighting and killing each other right in front of me and I have front row seats in my window. Like, maybe it's worth me not sleeping. But I'm like, no, like, I don't know what this is. I'm not going to get up. And then I hear more screaming and just more chaos and like car horns going off. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? At this point, I'm just paranoid as to why none of my neighbors like have their lights on. No one's up either. I'm scared as to why I'm always the only person hearing stuff. And at this point, I'm like, whatever, screw it. Again, for the second time, I get up, I run to the front of my house and I look. At this point, the cars are gone. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, they probably drove away. Like, screw them. Like, I'm fine. Like, I need to go back to bed. These people are just wasting my time. Me thinking something juicy and fun is finally going to happen. And I'm going to witness it. And I'm going to be the only one that's going to witness it. I was thinking ahead of myself. Because, no, things like that don't happen here. I'm just too paranoid. I'm watching too many movies. These people are just stupid. Whatever. I go back to bed. 30 minutes later, guys. 30 minutes later, I hear the loudest bang I have ever heard in my life. At this point, I jump out of bed. I am a light sleeper. Like, if I hear any noise, right away I get up, no matter what it is. No matter if it's beside my head, outside, I'm a very, very light sleeper. So every single time something happens, I'm always getting up. And mind you, my window was open and I was the closest to the house. That's another reason why my whole family was still sleeping during this whole commotion as I was going back and forth through the house. I heard the loudest bang. I jump out of bed. And at this point, like, my family's kind of awake. Like, they heard it too, but they're just like brushing it off because they didn't see the juicy stuff that I was seeing the hours prior. And then I hear another bang. And guys, I can't explain this bang. Like, it didn't sound like a gunshot, but it kind of sounded like something blew up or like a little bomb or something. I don't know. Like, I don't have experience in all this blowing up stuff and bombs and what is supposed to sound like what, but I knew it wasn't a gunshot, that's for sure. So again, my routine for the third time this night, I barely got any sleep, was looking at these people do whatever the hell they're doing. I go to the front of the window and I already know I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm like, I keep thinking it's something juicy. I keep getting up and I'm the dumb one in this whole situation for wasting my time with whatever the hell they're doing. Boy, was I wrong. I go to the front of the house. And guys, when I tell you this car was engulfed in flames, it took me a minute to process. Not only was this random black car engulfed in flames, but the creepy thing is, this creepiest thing, until today, I still like see it in my memory. Like, I remember exactly when I saw the car engulfed in flames. There was two issues. One, there's a random school bus parked beside it. I don't know why, there usually isn't, but for some odd reason this whole week, that school bus, empty school bus, was just like parked there. So the school bus was right beside it. So that being said, if the school bus starts catching on fire, it's gonna be a bigger and badder explosion than what already was. And the second creepiest and scariest thing, And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm in a movie. I'm hallucinating. Like, how am I gonna sleep after this? I have to wake up my whole neighborhood. Like, I was so scared. Guys, as I'm looking at the car, I see another car like drive away. So at that point, I knew this car that drove away was probably the car or the people, because I don't know how many people did this. I didn't see the people who did this. I just saw a car drive away. At this point, I knew this car driving away was the car who did this. And the scary thing is, guys, seeing like things that happen like this in movies, it's like I saw it right in front of me, and it was just so creepy. I couldn't believe it. This black car just drove away. It drove away into the night somewhere in my neighborhood. I didn't get a license plate because I was too shook and it was too dark. No one else is seeing this because everyone else is smarter than me and they're all sleeping. I'm the only dumb one that's up during this time and getting up every 30 minutes. These idiots are doing whatever the hell they're doing outside. And I have like no other information, just this black car that drove away somewhere in my neighborhood. Who knows who the hell it is? And I'm at the window for at least 2 minutes looking at this car on fire. And I'm like, at this point, guys, like, I'm just so scared. I start like shaking because I'm like, what the hell is going on? And like my parents are getting up too because they hear like little pops going off. Because guys, as mentioned before, the car was engulfed in flames. So when more fire was spreading, you can hear like more pops. And then you could see the fire getting bigger and bigger really fast. And it was just a scary situation. So quickly, when I actually snapped into it, because I was sleeping, like just daydreaming, because all this that unfolded in front of me, I was just shook for a minute or two. I ran to the phone, and as I'm dialing 911, because my life is so boring all the time, and I'm so paranoid, I was just shaking. I was shaking as I'm dialing and talking to the 911 operator. And this girl probably thought I was like on some type of drug or something, because right when I said, there's a car on fire, it's like blowing up and all this, like I'm trying to explain it as best as I can, but I was so scared and I was just still in shock. Like, things like this don't happen in the neighborhood. Things like this don't happen where I live. And how the hell did I see all of this unfold? Like, them yelling an hour before, them swearing and yelling, and then hearing, like, it sound like a gunshot before, and then the bang. Guys, I don't know what the hell unfolded. I don't know what happened in that situation, but it's just so messed up. Till today, I wish there was something that I knew more, because I knew all the little steps. I didn't know what the hell they're fighting about, what ended up happening to them. So I quickly called 911, and like shortly after, a few minutes after, whole bunch of cop cars there, a whole bunch, like the ambulance, firefighters and everything, putting out the fire. And I did mention to the 911 operator that there was this car that drove away, but like that's it, because I did not see a license plate number. I had no idea what the model of the car was either. I just saw a small black car drive away. Not only did it was very dark, but this black car was just a plain black car with tinted windows, and it drove away pretty fast. The ideal getaway car, of course. They know what to do. They're a step ahead of everyone else, always. So I just told her that, and it was like, I was just shook for days. I was shook for days. After that point, like, I always slept with my window open. As much as this incident scared me, I didn't know things like that would happen. And then I just, like, once my family started waking up and seeing the commotion outside, and I had to explain everything to them, they thought I was on some type of drugs. Like, no, like, you're just hearing things. There's no way that happened. Or are you sure? Did you see anyone? Like, doubting what I'm hearing. And I'm like, guys, I spent my whole night analyzing these fools across the street. I have everything memorized. You can't tell me I'm making this up. Like, my whole night was wasted listening to these guys go on and off every half hour. Yeah, it was just something else. Like, till this day, I remember everything step by step, how it happened, what I was doing. And the funny thing is, like, most of my neighbors slept through the whole thing. Like, I get people had their windows closed and it's like, no one's gonna hear anything. But guys, I'm telling you, this bang was so loud. And the scary thing is, as I'm waiting for like the emergency individuals, like the cops, the firefighters and all that good stuff to come and put out this fire, I'm just getting more and more scared because it's getting closer to this bus. I'm like, okay, like this is gonna turn ugly very fast, because not only is it close to the bus, but there's a whole bunch of trees around in this area. So once this sets on fire, it'll set other things on fire. And again, mind you guys, I'm right across the street, so I'm just like, I'm just waiting at the window, like still shaking, like please hurry up, please just come put out this fire, whatever. And finally when they did, they put it out. They didn't ask for any information from me. I did make the call, and when I did make the call, I told them all the information I knew. I didn't have any like important information, any juicy or good information, because it was so dark. These people were just doing whatever the hell they were doing, and mind you guys, I'm so blind, like I can't see anything. So they probably had their license plate with a whole bunch of lights all around it just to show me. They're all wearing bright white, and they probably came closer to me so I could see them. Because I'm so blind, I can't see anything. Yeah, no, not a joke. To me, when I kept going back and forth each half hour, they just looked like two blobs fighting across the street, and me trying to brush it off like it's a normal routine when really it wasn't. No, hunty. That scarred me. That scarred me. After that point, every single time I heard any type of noise, guys, I would pounce. I would jump out of my bed, whether it was in the middle of the night, in the middle of the winter. I was cozy as I was just so paranoid that something like that or worse is gonna happen again. Because once something like that happens, you never know. So I would always, every single time I would hear a noise, I would run to the front of the house. It makes you question, like, do I have a life? Why am I getting up? Why am I wasting my time? I truly don't know. I really don't know. I got a little kick of adrenaline when all this was going on. Maybe it made me a stronger person by calling 911, because that was the first time I ever did in my life. So it was a big, bold move for me. It was rough, but yeah, I don't know. It was just something else. Till today, I could still see the images of everything. The car driving away, everything on fire. Like, it is so, so creepy. And especially in the middle of the night, guys, everything is so much sketch and scary and creepy in the middle of the night. Like, when people are just doing whatever they're doing in the middle of the night, it just makes it so much worse. So this whole incident playing out in the middle of the night really truly scared me. If this was happening in broad daylight, I probably wouldn't have even batted an eye, because it's a park, people do whatever they do at the park. Because it was in the middle of the night, it was just so scary. Anyways, guys, sorry about rambling. You know I love to talk a lot, but that was my car on fire story time for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave any suggestions down below for any type of sassy Saturday videos you have requested, as I mentioned before. And if you find something interesting, have anything to say about this story time, don't forget to leave it in the comment section down below. I reply to all my comments, and if you haven't already done so, follow me on my socials to stay connected. Thanks, guys, and I will talk to you next time.